My last gold prospecting adventure scored me around $1,000 worth of Tasmanian gold. We also carried in tools to try and determine the source of the gold being found in the riverbed, by exploring the surrounding hills and crushing some of the ore in the area to see whether it holds gold. My plan this time was to return and start testing some of the bedrock from the river itself, but with wild weather and the dead of winter well and truly kicked in, it would have to wait until a later date. In today's adventure, we're going to jump back in time to when the river was yielding good amounts of alluvial gold, to a time when 1 ounce of gold a day wasn't uncommon. It's going to be an awesome adventure, and I hope you guys enjoy this one. Alright, so here we are on the ground. This journey's now begun. I've already done about 1 kilometre on foot, 2 days. I wish I had longer, but yeah, let's get to it. It's going to be a good adventure, this one, I think, so hopefully we can have a good time. Over this bank here, just crossed a little creek down in through here, just runs down that way. There could be gold in that one as well, who knows. We'll come back with the detector once we've got onto all that good stuff sniping. So incredibly dark through here today, like most days in the canopy of the forest. There's something I can show you. I've just pulled up at this spot here. I think I showed you guys last time, but there's some old workings, trenches running down through here. They're well overgrown, a lot of logs and things lying inside there, but a big cutout back there behind that tree, and it continues on down the hill. There we go, a little bit of sunlight. The days are definitely getting a little bit longer. Look at that. The downside to my prospecting is just the lack of light, so it's really nice as we're going back in to the warmer months. Cannot wait. If it gets any easier. Keeping your feet warm's always been a struggle, and having footwear that lasts in the rivers. Like I've tried everything: rock hoppers, wetsuit booties. I used wetsuit booties for a lot of years. I've been wearing Nikes because the Nikes seem to last really well with the river rocks. So it'll be interesting to see how these guys go. But they're designed for it, and they've got thermal quality, so I should have a warmer foot by rights. I love how they're like a nice big gumboot. The only thing I'm worried about is maybe a few gravels getting in, but if these buckles hold it in nice and tight, we should be okay. Just shortcutted over to where I want to be on the river, which meant coming up a hill, but you can probably hear it. Whoa! You can probably hear it in the background. It's just down at the base of this hill. I can't believe the sunshine today. It's just so much nicer. I haven't had it sunny down here for quite some time. Could you really ask for a more beautiful place to find gold? Oh, I love this. I absolutely love this place. Puts a smile on my face every time. Well, it's hard to imagine, but this little spot here, just a few square meters of ground, has given up about 3 or 4 ounces of gold. Nice to have a bit of sun too. I might even get a bit of sunlight down through this valley later in the day, if I'm lucky. Since the last time I'd been here, the heavy rains had pushed the gravel back over the bedrock where I'd finished off last time. It was just a matter of removing the rock and figuring out where I finished off. I've got to try and figure out where I finished last time. Somewhere here I had some bedrock that I didn't quite finish off. First couple of flakes and we're straight onto it. I've just been working some ground that I've done before. It's a big, large crevice, a really deep spot, and I've missed a piece of gold, a nice little chunky bit. But it would have been easy to miss because it was covered in ironstone. Okay, I've hit the gravels that are a bit more tight packed. This is where I finished off last time, and I'm just starting to see bits of gold. I got a good feeling about this. Have a look at all the tight packed rocks that are behind this ledge. This is where the big one come from as well. There was gold there, but we'd need to keep digging our way through the gravels across the river before we'd find anything significant. It's a slow process, but I'm starting to work my way through new material that hasn't been worked before. There's a nugget down there. That's all we come for. Whew. It looks like it could be 3 or 4 grams. Couple of grams, I reckon. I couldn't get my head underwater quick enough to see if there was more. I can see another good nugget down in there. This piece had got itself wedged in between the fractured quartz. It's bigger than it looked. It's a lot bigger than what it looked. It was stuck in the quartz. Nice piece. hands were absolutely freezing, and a few unusual rituals to warm them up. I had to be extremely thorough with this bedrock because there were smaller pieces hiding away as well. It takes a bit of time, but it's worth it to collect as much as you possibly can. There were good amounts of chunky gold all over the bedrock.
There's another nugget in there.
Perhaps not a nugget, but a nice picker caught up in the quartz. And then another, multiple pieces of chunky gold continuing to show up. It was another giant quartz stringer, which had locked in all these gold nuggets, and it reaffirms the idea that I need to come back and test this ore, crush some of this quartz up, and see what might be hiding inside. Could it actually be the source of the gold? It's a painstaking process removing the gravel from these giant crevices. Quite often in the comments you guys mention that I should use a dredge, but unfortunately in Tasmania they're just not legal.
Got a nice little picker just now. I like it. I'm going to take a quick break, warm up a bit. Very cold today. I noticed some icy puddles on the way in this morning. So yeah, very cold. I've just been working down in this little deep pool. There's a big crevice down in the bottom of that that you can see there. But it's probably about, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 foot deep. So I'm having to hold my breath. But as I keep working my way into the edge of the creek, I'm getting little nuggets and good gold. So I'm going to keep on with it. The bigger stuff that I had before, so that's that crevice there that I've been working, but then the bigger nuggets that I got before were here. I've just sort of been swapping between the two because otherwise the gravel starts piling up and it falls back into the hole. Anyway, I'm going to have a quick bite to eat and we'll get back into it. Swap out some GoPro batteries. Just cold weather kills the batteries. I think it was a bit ambitious of me to think that that sun was going to hit me today. I think the sun's already gone that way a bit, so I doubt I'll get any. These deep valleys, you just rarely ever get any sunshine, and in the summer months. Alright, well, I've been working, here's the deep one that I was working before lunch, but I came back to this one just here, and I got a couple of nice little bits of gold, but then as I've kept going forward, it's just completely slowed down, and I'm not really getting much at all, and I'm having to move a lot of gravel. My lips are numb, can't really hear me, so I'm going to have to work out whether I keep working here or go find somewhere else to work.
I decided to continue on some work on the other side of the river and get back down to bedrock and see what I could find over there. And it turned out to be a good choice. This crevice was running parallel with the flow of the river, but it was still holding gold.
Okay, this is a new little spot and it seems to be quite chunky gold and quite a bit of it.
I got to a point in this crevice where some good-sized pickers showed up. This first piece was a little shinier than most of the ironstone stained gold in the area. and then a second little picker hiding away as well. There was another giant crevice, but you wouldn't see the gold until that very last little bit of sediment on the bottom. Unique shaped gold hidden away secretly in the depths of these crevices. And there was certainly no shortage of it.
Oh, there's more down there. This is crazy. Woo! I can see a big one. It looks pretty decent. Oh yeah. Woo. Woo. Oh, what a river. Woo. It's like a 10-pin. Go bowling, baby. Ooh, there's just picker after picker in here.
I soldiered on through the cold into the early hours of the night and then finished on a few more little pieces for the day.
Just keeps continuing on. Such a long crevice. I started back over there near that log and I've just worked my way all the way up. Unreal. Such a good feeling. It's such a good feeling. It's well and truly gotten late on me. I've had a fantastic time. I need to make my way back to camp and get a fire going and get warmed up. So I'll pack her up. I'll see you guys back at camp and yeah, we might tip out the gold in the pan and see how we did. All I'm thinking about now is fire and food. and looking at that gold in the pan. Oh, that's fresh. But it's good to be out of that thing. So I only just found out recently that you can't collect sticks to light a fire anywhere in Tasmania pretty much, unless it's on private property, on your own property, which means that you have to bring in kindling. I guess the advantage is that it's dry and it burns easy, because it is hard to light a fire this time of year. But the disadvantage is it's extra weight in my pack, so it's pretty frustrating to have to carry extra weight. But I've got to have fire because I need to be able to warm up each night before I hop to bed. It makes for a rough night. I did carry a fair bit in, so yeah, I have a pretty good fire. Like add an extra 2 or 3 kilos to my pack if it wasn't heavy enough already. Does feel nice. The hand's got a punishing today. So another day tomorrow. I reckon we'll do pretty good tomorrow. There's I didn't finish that crevice that I was working on when I left tonight, and there's a fair bit of ground around that looks pretty good as well. So it's obviously where the gold's running, the old pay streak. Just got to put in the time on it. Sounds good. In the afternoon, had to switch snuffers because they were getting a bit full up, starting to blow back out. Heck yes. Haha. That's a good day. Nothing phenomenal, but that's up there with one of the better days. And it's just nuggets. Look at that. Okay, that is a good day. Wow. Whew. Some nice pieces, and they'll clean up really nice. They're actually a bit shinier than the last couple of trips in. That last spot that I was working this afternoon, just the gold was just a little bit cleaner. That's insane. Could go an ounce. Could go an ounce. Bit hard to say. She's in there. This one I thought was the 10 pin. This one had a heap of character. Look at the shape of that. It's like a little dinosaur, I don't know, shape of a cow or a sheep or something. I'd like to know where the other half of this one went. On the end it's been, looks like it's been snapped in half. Some of these are nearly completely covered. Black as black. That was a good one. Maybe 2 or 3 grams. Hopefully we can get a few more tomorrow. It's a nice one too. Didn't realise it was so shiny on the other side. Bit of daylight about. I slept pretty good. Woke about 2 times I think, which is about the norm for me. Pretty excited to get out there and see how we go today. The worst part's getting in that suit. I'll skip breakfast. I'll do it in reverse. I'll have breakfast after I'm in the wetsuit. Bless me. Whew. You know you're excited about something when you start sneezing. I'm referring to getting that wetsuit on, by the way. So inviting. Here goes. Here we go. Oh. It's done. It's done. Away we go. Another beautiful morning. So this is why the gold's here. Have a look at that. Beautiful looking stuff. And it's everywhere. So much geology going on in one place. Alright, this little ledge here is where I finished up yesterday. Just a big crevice running from back there. I've pushed all the rocks back onto it because I've worked my way forward, but yeah, started back there, worked all the way up and then finished there last night. It is getting quite deep, but I might be able to get a bit more moving forward, and potentially it could lift up and connect to that bedrock over there. And then I had a little quick test in over there and it looked like really good ground in that little eddy over there as well. So fingers crossed it continues. Let's get into it. Alright, so I spent like an hour just scratching away trying to get all the gravel out of this big crevice, and there's nothing in it. I haven't had a single flake. And literally where I'm sitting over here to the back was where I got all the nuggets last night. So it just goes to show, when people talk about pay streaks and gold on a pay streak and looking for that pay streak, yeah, it's definitely the real deal. I've had this happen before, but I really was expecting there to be a bit of gold in this giant big crevice behind the ledge that this camera that you're seeing is sitting on. Anyway, we'll keep going. We'll try and find something. That's all we're looking for.
I could see a nice picker stuck in the edge of this quartz, but for the life of me I could not get it out.
I can see a little nugget stuck in the quartz. I'll have to get my smaller crevice and hook. Huge big rock. I've dug down to the bedrock underneath, hoping there's a bit of gold under this.
There was a lot of breath holding in this spot because behind this rock it was really deep. Eventually I did find some gold hiding right down in the base. I expected more from a dropout zone like this, but I continued to soldier on, moving gravels, and keep to the task at hand. It was consistent gold, but would there be any more nuggets?
Well, I've done what I can today, and I got a couple of nice pieces, but nothing like yesterday. So I got myself a pretty big journey back home today, so I'm going to pack it all up, get back to camp, pack that up, and then make the trek out of here.
Okay, it's the end of another month for the month of June, and I'm giving away a gram of gold each to 2 of my Patreon members. And for this month, the gold goes to Zach Hines in Queensland and David Franklin from Oxford in the United Kingdom. Congratulations to you guys, and a big thank you to all my Patreon members. Okay, and now we have the gold from this trip. Once again, it's that ironstone coated gold. Originally I'd planned to give it a clean and acid, but I think I'm going to hold out and I'm going to get myself one of those ultrasonic cleaners. There were some real character pieces amongst this trip and some nice chunky gold as well. This one I originally thought would have gone 3 to 4 grams when I was on the river, but looking at it now, I don't think it'll go quite that heavy. Now this piece, I couldn't help but think that it looked like a 10 pin from bowling. What do you guys think? And this one, perhaps a seal. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think these pieces look like. Okay, and now we'll weigh some of these pieces, with our first piece coming in at 1.4 grams. This one we have 0.92. This one we've got 1.62 grams. And then our little seal nugget, we've got 0.65 grams. And for the big one, the 10 pin, we're looking at 3.3 grams of gold. A nice gold nugget. Now we'll get that total on. We'll see if we can get that ounce. It's going to be close. Alright, we've fallen a little bit short and we've come in at 25.36 grams of gold. Certainly not going to complain about that. That's a phenomenal amount of gold. Absolutely stoked to have the opportunity to do what I do. To have you guys tune in and view these videos means the world to me. Make sure if you've enjoyed it to drop some comments, hit that like button, share it about with those that might enjoy it. And until the next one, happy hunting and we'll see you all then.